welcome back to L.A Fixers here at the Co-Create Studios. We've got top producer Livyatan with us. What's up?
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
How are you guys? Great to be here again.
Yes, we love it when you come here. And we've got Alyssa here with us too.
Hey, Alyssa.
Always been a fan.
Oh,
Yeah, we're turning fans into co-hosts these days.
that's awesome.
You know?
Women power.
Hell yeah, women power.
Yeah.
So one of my first questions is, I want to talk about, you always have these record-breaking sales, okay?
Okay.
I'm bringing it up because, you had one in Encino, you had another one. So the latest one that I saw was in Woodland Hills on Wells.
Oh, I have a crazy story on that one.
I'd love to hear it. But I keep, just so you know, I keep track of your real estate journey. My question on that is, and then tell us your story, is typically when these buyers are purchasing and paying top dollar, paying for a property that's never been priced anything near, what is it, 6.5? What did it sell for?
We were asking 6.5.
6.5?
Well, I'll give you a quick backstory. So
Okay.
initially we took the listing at 5.995, which we thought was very high for Woodland Hills.
Mm-hmm.
It's also on Wells, so it's a nice street, but it's a little busy.
Yeah.
Couple months before the house was completed, and then went to the sellers to have a quick meeting, and there's like three guys, and they're like, we want 6.5. And I remember I was there with my partner Shirley, and we're like, no, that's a little crazy. And I said to her, I took her aside, and I'm like, I don't even know if I want this listing 6.5. These people are smoking crack. So the house is amazing. What's different and unique about that house is the backyard was very resorty. It was, they spent a few $100,000 more on the backyard. Long story short, we put it on the market, have brokers open, whatever. I think it was 2 or 3 weeks in, we get this offer, and it's a full price offer, 6.5. It was full price, including furniture, whatever. We negotiated, and I was like, there's a lot of fake buyers always going around. And I was like, okay, this sounds a little bit weird, but okay. I think it was the first time that I was actually wrong about, like, my intuition was wrong. Usually I'm right on. So we negotiate the furniture, whatever. We're in escrow for $6.5 million, so full price. The only reason I closed for 5.8 is because it didn't appraise. And that was what it appraised for. Otherwise, it would have sold for 6.5, which would have been even. But I think a lot of people are very, very happy because it kind of set a new precedent for Woodland Hills.
But really, it sounds like your intuition still was right, because you were still not believing that the home would sell for 6.5.
I knew it wouldn't appraise.
Exactly.
And it's not being negative, or just, you look at, and we went to Calabasas, we went far, we looked for comps everywhere, but there were 2 appraisals, and that's what they came up with, which, the seller knew as well. I think they just wanted to try. They were very emotionally attached to the house. That's why they wanted that big price, that big number. But, I believed in the house from the beginning, so I knew it was going to be fine either way. 5.8 is incredible. When at the same time, we sold a few houses in Amistoy Estates for $5 million. That, Amistoy is normally a much better neighborhood.
Is it
gets more price per square foot.
Were you guys able to use like comps from like Westchester County right there? Isn't it like right there next to the gated community?
No, there were a couple of comps. There was one on Wells that sold, 1 or 2 in Tarzana, but there was really, I had something on Bothwell that sold, which was better street, same square footage for a lot less. So
Michelle, who's on my right hand girl on our team, I prank her all the time.
Okay.
And she lives 1 street over from that house. So when that listing came on, she was so excited. She's like, can you believe, I can't believe Adi's about to sell this house for $6 million, whatever. I'm like, wow. She's like, once this sells, like, this is bringing my property value like crazy. I might just tear it down and build something new for my house. I said, yeah, it's going to be amazing. You think she'll get that price? She's like, I hope, right? Of course, it goes on the market. I send her a text from a number she doesn't know. I'm like, hey, this is Daniel, as your brother. I'm like, hey, I'm just reaching out to all the neighbors in the house. Just wanted to let you know we sold a property on this address for 2.5. And she had a heart attack. I pranked her, you know.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh my God, how is this? How did they sell it for $2,500?"
funny.
I'm like, "I'm fucking with you. Relax. I'm fucking with you. Relax." Yeah, she thought she was.
That was an awesome. That was a great. That's a great sale.
Yeah.
We're very proud of that one.
So last week we had Sid here, Sid Libovich, who we love having. We love having his wisdom. He's been doing this.
Yeah,
for,
he's awesome.
He's been doing real estate, I think, for close to 200 years.
Oh yeah.
And he knows everything. And
He knows
everyone.
everything.
He's just great.
Yeah.
So my question to you: what has kept you with Rodeo for so long?
Sid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
That's nice.
Really.
Such a quick answer.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, he knows it too. He's amazing. I get offers all the time. It's a few were very tempting, but if it ain't, my husband always says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's a lot of, he's very hands-on.
Here's my question. Look at this. What kept you on Rodeo, right? Uh-huh. Is it the loyalty? Is it the flexibility? Or is it the, read it, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. I literally wrote that
Oh,
here.
nice. It's true.
Yeah.
It is.
works.
I'm a very loyal person, so yes. He's always there for us. He's always available. I don't really bother him a lot because I do my own thing. But if something comes up where I really need guidance, he's always available.
It's funny. How many agents are under him? I don't know.
I think like 1,400.
It's insane.
Like yeah.
And he's so
He has
hands-on.
time for everyone.
He has,
Yeah.
So one
He
time
makes you feel like you're his only agent, which is really nice.
I was doing a deal with this guy, and this guy, I don't want to say any names or anything, but this guy was like, "Listen, I'm gonna get the seller to sign off this multiple counter, but I need Sid to." I was like, "Sid? Don't you have like 7 people between you and Sid? Office manager, assistant manager, like Sid is
A
involved
lot of
with
times we bypass the manager and go to Sid.
Wow,
Yeah, and he's okay with that.
that's cool. That's great.
Usually when you have an owner of a company, you can't. They're busy. They're not really. They let their managers kind of do everything for them. But he knows everything. He knows what's going on.
Yeah.
He's very on top.
Yeah, because I know like agency realtors, the only way they can get a hold of Mauricio is if like they're on the season, on the show, right?
I don't know. I've never been with any other company.
Yeah.
This is my 16th year with Rodeo.
Do you present those offers to Sid? Like if you get an offer, say, "Hi, this company reached out to me, offered me X amount. I just want to let you know."
Most of the time I don't. Recently I did because, it wasn't an issue where I wasn't happy with Rodeo. It just sometimes you need a change. I'm not gonna say I get bored very quickly, but I kind of get bored very quickly is the reason I'm involved like with the IC and all these organizations, and I'm always looking to do other things to kind of like keep my life. My kids are older now, so I'm bored a lot when I after work I'm like, okay, well, what can I do today? So my husband and I go out to dinner, we hang out, whatever. But sometimes you just wanna be involved in other stuff. I lost my train of thought. What was my point?
I don't know.
Oh, so I recently I got an offer that was very tempting, and that one I did kind of talk to him about, but usually I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's maybe not the right fit, not the right company. I've had offers where I would be paying literally nothing and like nothing.
Yeah.
And it's not about the money for me. I have to feel comfortable and good where I'm at. If I don't feel good in my environment, I'm not gonna. I don't care. It's not the money.
You won't
right.
perform.
I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Let
me ask you this: if you could start a rumor about yourself, what would it be?
I'm not a party animal.
Oh, that's good.
Man,
That's good.
I don't know. My life is not that exciting.
I don't know. I mean, I'm out and I see you out in concerts and this and that. Like I'm always like.
But just recently, my daughter is 19. She moved
She's
to
19.
Yeah, she moved to Israel. She's in the IDC. She's
Really?
She is in university there. My twin boys are 17. So like they're doing their own. Like she's not even here, and the boys are doing their own thing. They don't need you as much anymore. So yeah, look, up until the age of like 40, 41, 42, I was working my ass off, which I still do. But I found a little bit of my balance, I guess you would say. And I was very busy, being a mom and raising kids. And now it's like it's my turn to have a little fun.
Wow.
And that's the problem with like real estate agents that have this image of like they only work and they're a mom and they're a wife and they, and then like someone sees you at a concert or at a party, like, oh, what happened to her? Like, nothing happened. It's like after 8 o'clock, can I enjoy my life a little bit?
Like, it's like when you're a kid.
What the hell?
It's like when you're a kid and you see your teacher outside of school, like at the grocery store, you're like, you have a life,
Oh, yeah.
No, but really, some people are like that, and I think it's just the way you train them to like, like when I started, I used to answer my phone at midnight.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ever do that in my life. I don't care unless it's like the deal's gonna blow up. Then of course. But what's gonna happen at 12 o'clock that can't wait till 8 in the morning? I'm up at 6. Like I'm up. I get my texts, my emails. I start my day early, and I do what I need to do to get the job done.
Yeah.
Speaking of your day, what does a typical day in your life look like?
I wake up around 6:30. Probably stay in bed for like half an hour. I check emails, texts, whatever. My 15-20 minutes of having my coffee in the morning by myself is like very important to me. Like I'm not a morning person, so even my husband knows he doesn't really talk to me in the morning for like the first half hour. And then I start my day. I'm in the office, I'm on the phone, showings, listings, negotiating. This past year was a little bit off, so it wasn't like my typical year. There was a very slow period where things were super quiet. Then like 3 months ago, things got crazy where like everything went sold. Now I'm seeing a little bit more of that quiet, not like before, but it's, so it's like, it's in waves.
I don't know where the time went because I was at her daughter's bat mitzvah and I feel like that was like a couple of years ago.
7 years ago.
Wow, that is insane.
Yeah, that was 7 years
I
ago.
swear COVID, it took 3 years out of our lives. And now you look back, you always have to add 3 years on everything that you remember because it's just that time.
They say time flies and time flies.
Yeah. For somebody like yourself, who you've benefited from L.A Fixers just because we've sold stuff to your clients and then you relist them or whatever, or we have some overlapping clients, can you give me a 7-word, like the shortest and sweetest L.A Fixers testimonials? Quick, 7 words, go.
Chuck is the best. I always like working with you. You make things easy and no bullshit. Was that 7 words? Probably more.
Yeah, but I need it on L.A Fixers.
That was good.
I need it on L.A Fixers. We never really get political on this show, okay? I avoid it at all costs. This country is kind of divided. I feel like everything is upside down lately, you have the smart people from the best universities that are like the dumbest ones. You have the whitest kids supporting Hamas. You have, just crazy. You have one presidential candidate on a criminal charge. The other one is eating ice cream, watching Blue's Clues. Just completely, it's just
insanity.
Upside down world.
Yeah.
So what do you think, okay, this is between the three of us, rational people who are, we're witnessing this like misinformed sheep that are making a lot of noise. What is your go-to in your mind to like change people's perspective or for them to see the truth, raise awareness, small or big? Like everybody has their own thing. Like I post a lot on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, everyone that follows me knows I post a lot about what's going on. Right. I think as an Israeli, as a Jew, I was born in Israel, but I grew up here. I came when I was 6 years old. I think the whole Israel-Palestinian conflict has the most misinformation about any conflict in history.
It's insane.
And just, sometimes I'm like, I feel sorry for these people because they just are so uneducated and so misinformed. And I'm like, how is this possible? How don't people see, like, how are these white kids in the, who are supposed to be educated in the most prestigious universities supporting a terror organization?
Yeah.
Like, it's mind-boggling to me. It doesn't even, like, I'm still processing, like, all this stuff that happened last week with the protests and the encampments. I'm like, I'm still asking questions. I don't know what to say even. It's like I'm at a loss for words but our job is to just keep educating and keep doing it and keep, if we have an encounter with someone that's like Israel's, an apartheid, committing genocide. Instead of losing your cool, no, you give them facts. And I think it's very important that all of us, not just Jews, but people that support Israel need to sharpen up on their facts, on their history, so they can better educate people. And maybe, you have to change one mind at a time, because that one mind you change is like a domino effect. They'll go and say, oh, I talked to so-and-so and they said, so maybe it's not A, B, and C.
I wish there was somebody sitting with us who wasn't Jewish who just recently visited Israel.
Oh, but I actually think I can speak on this a little bit. So I did just visit Israel.
Did you?
I'm not Jewish. I went this last summer. I was there for a month.
Wow, that's a long time.
3 weeks. And it was one of the most beautiful countries I've ever visited. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't look up pictures. I asked people how it was. I just wanted to be kind of surprised. First things first, I'm on the airplane, and me and my friends got separated. I sat next to someone. Immediately, she starts striking up a conversation, giving me everywhere I should go. I ended up seeing her walking on the street. She gave me a hug when I got off the plane. She's like, you're going to have the most best time. I'm like, wow, this is the immediate feeling I get was welcome.
That's Israel.
Who doesn't like to feel welcomed? I was there.
Not because, I was born there and I'm Israel. It's just the warmest people really that I've ever met. It's like, they're also hot-headed and they're, the stress of living in a country like that, which is understandable. But at the end of the day, when there's a problem,
I think I dehydrated 3 times when I was there. 3 times.
Because it's really hot in the summer, yeah. I think, we have this mentality of like, one soldier dies, the whole country's in mourning. We're all really one family.
It's very educational.
It sounds cliche, but it's so true. We're all one family, and something happens, and everyone there isn't a day that goes by that my heart doesn't hurt. I think of these hostages and these women that are sitting there, in these God knows what they're going through. I have goosebumps. What's being done to them, and it's like, God, please, I pray every single day, a few times a day, please, God, let this nightmare be over and bring these people home.
I think people forget that they're actually real people, because since I did visit there, I made a couple friends. I'm a singer, so I sang a really kind of a song to kind of motivate people that you have people here in support of you. Mm-hmm. And she reached out to me and sent me a video in a bomb shelter crying, saying, you touched my heart.
Wow.
And I was so moved that I think we forget that we're all just people. What if that was you, or what if that was me, or what if it was anybody over there? There are Americans over there. There's people from every country in Israel doing a lot of work over there. Yeah. And it was shocking.
And the saddest part is that there's videos, there's things you can see with proof of what happened on October 7th. Yeah. And people are saying it didn't happen. How is this possible? Some people say the Holocaust never happened. 6 million people died in that way, and you're denying that this ever happened. Yeah. There's so many people died in Syria. What's happening with Russia and Ukraine? Where is the outrage over all that stuff in Africa?
I always see it as...
it's blatant anti-Semitism, anti-Zionism. It's just something that, there's a phrase that we say on Passover that in every generation they try to annihilate the Jews, and it's so true. And this is the modern day.
I'm not even Jewish, and I lost a lot of people in my life.
It was a modern day Holocaust. This is what happened.
One of the things that blows my mind, until every day I watched all the different news outlets, everywhere, from TikTok to freaking Facebook to Fox News to MSNBC to CNN. I watch it all. I never see the people that are outraged yelling, free the hostages. Mm-mm. They're only screaming, ceasefire, stop the genocide, free the hostages. And then everything else could stop. But first, free the hostages.
For some reason, they don't talk about it. It's not important. It doesn't matter. I try not to watch these the videos that are hard to watch, but I was on Instagram this morning, and the video popped up of Shani Luke, the girl that her naked body lay dead in the truck, and they killed her, and she's bloody in her hair, and she's with underwear, and like I have that image in my head since the morning, and I'm like, how does this not cause outrage? Like, how is this okay? And what is expected of Israel to do? Nothing. Don't retaliate. Don't fight back. Don't protect the country that all your neighbors, want to get rid of you forever. It's like, what would you do? What would somebody else do? Would they just not do anything?
For me, I just put everybody in two categories. They either get it or they don't get it.
Yeah. There's no middle.
Yeah.
You either get it and the ones that don't get it are the ones that think that you can actually negotiate with these people, that you can, like, you don't get it. You just don't get it.
Because they don't know what we know.
Yeah.
And you can't negotiate with them. You can't.
But really, that brings us back to knowledge is power. And you can never have enough.
Yeah, with anything. With anything. The more knowledge you have, the more power you have.
Yeah, knowledge is power. I want to switch the topic completely.
Okay.
Did you know, did you ever do a deal with TJ Paradise?
Oh my God, I'm in shock.
TJ Paradise is one of the most amazing, beautiful people, agents. He just passed away a couple of days ago.
I just saw it last night, and I sent it to we have a team WhatsApp, and I was devastated. I thought he was okay. I thought he recovered, and I was shocked.
Yeah. Shout out to TJ Paradise.
Such a nice guy. Wow.
Nicest guy in the world.
Nicest guy ever. It's shocking. Wow. It's
just the nicest, sweetest, kindest, most handsome, just the nicest. Just
super.
The best. The best.
Yeah,
we believe it.
Jed and I were always showing him together when we had listings. He used to bring buyers. A few times he reached out. Like, super nice guy. I think he got married like a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
What a nice guy.
It's really devastating.
Really
kind of, makes you think life is short and life is sacred and you have to enjoy every moment. And
which is why people are shocked to see you out there enjoying your life, but you would regret it if you're not.
Yeah.
We should all be out there enjoying our life and do what makes us happy.
That's right.
As long as we're not hurting anyone.
That's right.
Do what makes you happy.
On that note, let's go out there and do what makes us happy. And I want to thank you for coming by again.
Thank you guys so much. So good to see you.
And keeping up with the Livyatan. That's it.
Oh.
Keeping up with the Livyatan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chuck.